Let's fuck it.
Alright, hi y'all, we're the senior year of 2022. This is Merrick's Art 4 class. And today we're going to give you our experience in Art 4. Not just Art 4, just
This is
Art
how a
4.
YouTube journey starts right here.
Oh,
no.
So our first question today is, what was your journey like? Who wants to start that one off?
Wow. This sacrifice. All right, fine, let's go. Well, I originally only started art because of my brother, because it was supposed to help with my pastry and like cooking in general, about how the plating for the work, plating was supposed to work and how it's supposed to look, because you're supposed to eat with your eyes before you actually like taste it. But in general, I got really deep into art after. What are you trying to say? After like the second year, I got really deep in art, and I really started to love how it turned out and the designs that we're doing, and the way my art was growing, which was very surprising after a while.
Anybody?
Anyone? Who else wants to answer the question?
I feel like my journey as like in general, to be honest, was like very, very interesting. Like going from like a very like I don't know how to explain it. Like learning how to make mistakes was like the biggest thing I've learned in this art class. As a whole.
It's most definitely.
Because, bro, dude, I think we're all so hard on ourselves and like really like try to push ourselves further than what we like.
Especially at the beginning too.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah, when you first were trying.
Mistake, throw it away.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
When you
Like-
first like started out, it was like mistake. All right, I'm done with this.
Right. Pottery. Bro, it's crazy how much we've all grown as people, and like just in art and as people in general. Like, haven't you all noticed that?
Yeah.
We all like changed in our own specific way, including our art. Like our art took form as the way we were changing.
Exactly.
Yeah, like for me, it's kind of like Santa Jordan's. My brother inspired me to start art. But when I was a kid, I really didn't like, draw seriously. I drew for fun. Like, saw a cool picture, oh, I'm gonna draw that, yay, have fun, right? Then it wasn't until like, literally, I don't know, my freshman year into school when I started taking art like as a serious thing. Not like completely serious, but I was like, you know what, maybe I do have a little something.
You were really getting there.
Hey yo, get in here, hey yo, no, pull up.
Hey, we're gonna have to edit this out.
Pull up.
We're gonna have to edit this out. Vinny has joined
The
the
charade.
has joined the chat. Vinny, sit down.
Vinny, you gotta get in the camera. Get in the camera. Like sit over there.
I'll say, Vinny, you can sit.
Yeah, like try to scoot in here.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Put her on the table, and then we're gonna have to edit when Vinny just.
Just keep it in. Keep it raw. Keep it raw.
I think it'd be funny to edit it so everybody's like, ah, and then it cuts.
Completely just cuts.
Everybody just sits.
Just up here.
Yeah.
Wait,
Who was talking?
That was me.
Yeah, before you interrupt
Freshman
yourself.
year?
Freshman year.
And I was all like,
Yeah, let your brain load a little bit. Hang on. We're buffering a little
give me
bit.
5 seconds, hold on.
Damn, we gonna have to edit all this.
But we're gonna have to edit out this entire time.
Yeah, but
Yeah, so
Wish.
it was not yet. We're almost there, all right. It wasn't until like, I got into school where I sat down and was like, you know what, maybe I am pretty good at art. I should, push myself a little harder and see where I can lead to. Okay? And yeah, really worth it. And I'm going to become an illustrator one day. Hopefully.
All right, on to the next question.
Oh, want me to read it?
Yeah.
Do you feel your art shows? Do you feel your art show was successful?
For sure.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Didn't we have the most successful?
We had the most successful art show. It was very organized, and we made the most money of most of the art shows. We did pretty well. We made 1,200 something.
That's some good money,
We
right?
really raised money.
Like that itself is cool, but like I feel like also just as us individually, like
Oh, yeah.
we really loved our art and like kind of was like
I
think we all like support each other equally.
Yeah.
Like as a collective, we're all just like, your shit is amazing.
We are a hive
Like,
mind.
Your stuff is amazing. Like,
Bro, your stuff is dope.
You gonna bleep that out?
Yeah, we're bleeping stuff out. We're gonna have to bleep a few things out because of me. I'm so sorry.
But I mean, for the first art show that I've been in, I guess it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of learning, as well.
Yeah.
And just seeing how many people actually came out to come see artwork
Right.
was
That's surprising.
wild.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Like,
And a lot of people like want to buy our artwork now.
Right.
Like all of us.
like
That
even
actually
without,
happened.
it was kind of like a
It was-
gateway into selling art for real.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like they honestly were asking each and one of us, hey, can you make this for us, or can you do this or that? It was very interesting. This may be my second art show, but this is the one I participated in like the most, and this is like one that I will remember for like the rest of my life because this was really fun,
Right.
really generally like amazing to see everyone so deep into our own like individual art and how we transferred to like one or the other from we start to we end. You know what I'm saying?
Vinny, you had a lot of artwork in the art show. How do you feel?
Yeah.
I had to. There were so many moms. Like,
Sure,
did
yeah.
you do all this? Like, yes.
My
Yeah.
brother also came up to you.
Yes.
And it was like,
Because I'm probably your mom, so I hope you know that.
Whoa! What? We're cutting that out.
There's just gonna be a lot of parts of this.
Yeah.
Where it's
Yeah.
cut, and we-
You
Go on
know,
to the next question.
I honestly want this to never cut out. I just wanted.
Yeah, I
we're
wanted
gonna
to
say
do
cut, and it just nothing
honestly,
happens.
like it's just like a podcast at this point. We're just
Yeah.
like talking to talk.
Just make it like a podcast. We're just gonna talk
Also the
about
highest quality for nothing.
it.
No, you need to have like
All right,
the
next
OG
question.
version.
Next question.
No, you're saying something. Go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry, go
We
ahead.
need to have like the original version, like the unedited, and then like
The director's cut.
Yeah, the director's cut.
Just
We're gonna look back at this in like 2 years and be like,
We're all so
Yeah.
cringe.
Yeah.
like, bro. Alright, next question,
I
Vinny.
got you. Do you feel you've grown as an artist?
Obviously,
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Once.
Oh my
I feel like
God.
you can't do art without growing.
Yeah.
I feel like that. If you don't grow as an artist,
You went from stick figures to bodies.
like, it's not even like that though. Like if
No, I
you
was
can
Picasso
practice
when I
to get
started.
better,
Picasso.
that's growing. But then there's also like growing with your art,
Like
like
gradually.
as a person too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But like, going from just doing traditional art, traditional like pencil on paper, and like just doing that consistently to coming in here, because I didn't originally, my first 2 years I went to another school. So coming here and being like able to have the resources to like do pottery and do like have the resources to like do oil paints, do acrylic, paint the schools and stuff like that. It's crazy to see how much potential you really have when you have the materials and the opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
Facts.
And especially when you have a teacher that actually tries to push you.
Yes.
Bro, without Miss Merg and whoever took Miss Vi, because I took Miss Vi as well.
Oh, yeah,
without
Miss Vi's
those
not
two
gonna
teachers actually pushing you with your artwork, we probably wouldn't have made it as far as we did with our artwork. Because our artwork grew.
And being brutally honest, like Merck will tell you,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
that
Yeah,
looks-
like
that's not
not
what.
your best.
Yeah, flat out.
That's not your best. You
What are
can
you
do better.
doing here? This is
And
this
being
is
able
okay.
to like take that criticism and not take it to heart and using it to really push your artwork further,
Right.
and having that support system with even like each one of us being able to be like, hey, listen, it looks good. You could have did this to do something better.
Yeah,
It could've
but
been
it's not
better.
like us getting. On
Yeah,
the-
it's not-
Yeah, we're not like boxing each other about our
Like
artwork.
it's for poops and giggles. I'm not gonna say it, but like we may like like
Improve
nitpick and
around,
stuff,
yeah.
but like when we like really want feedback, it's good to like be able to be honest and
Yeah.
be like, hey,
Like if push came to shove, we
That
could
ain't
all
it.
sit down and be like, "Yo, this is kind of weird. You could have done this,"
Yeah.
and we wouldn't be offended by any of that. We
Exactly.
would have just like turn it over and be like, "Yeah, I understand. I probably could have done that."
sorry, like I'm getting dusty.
Yeah, it does.
Next
Are we
question.
going?
Next question.
What has our process looked like?
What?
Disgusting.
I guess the
Oh.
process of growing as artists.
Oh, process.
I'd say, yeah, honestly disgusting
Yeah.
and like
Pretty weird.
difficult, very
Yeah.
rough because like
Rough.
Yeah.
It was like a bumpy road, like a bumpy ride. You know what I'm saying? It was strange to like see it like as we were like transforming one little step at a time. Because most of the time we were doing it was kind of like odd. Like the shapes we were making were like not very like right.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to describe it, but it didn't look right. It looked wrong all the time when you were doing it.
And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one, but did we all have that time where we're like, yes, bro, I'm so good at art, and then like eventually you go back down, like, no, I'm actually ass. Like,
Or like,
Bro, yeah.
you would like look back at your work when you thought you
You
were.
thought you
Yeah.
were good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I got this.
I found sketchbooks under my bed from like 3 years ago. I used to think I was a stuff. Look back at it, I'm sitting here like, this is
Yeah.
dog dude. Like,
She's already thinking like she's Picasso.
For real. I was like, but it's like going back to like looking how you're grown, like you can tell where you.
I feel
Yeah,
like
it's a
we
lot
got
of
better.
it, yeah.
All equally became burnt out like in the middle of the year and started doing so much different stuff.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
we with pottery and then some other people with pottery, we just like stopped and said, nah, we're gonna try.
Yeah.
Oh, I stopped after that last bowl. I stopped. I had to.
I-
I could not take another flopped over bowl. Another
I know.
broken.
I know what you mean because after you start drawing on like paper and do those like weird sketches, you get burnt out from that. And I started doing stamping and like started carving out stamps, and I got those are so good. I love stamping
I think
so
we
much.
all found our like our thing.
Yeah, our own like personal thing we all like to enjoy. Yeah,
Even if it wasn't our thing, we still ended up finding something that was
to
like
do.
it was
we
not
enjoy
our
it.
thing. It's not like something we would do primarily, but it's something that we could do like if we do burn out. Like there's something else
It
that we're
comes
good at.
to it.
Yeah.
Like, we're not willing to. We're not like unwilling to try new things. We're willing to like
Right.
hop into something new.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you just like look back at your art and notice that you actually did it like worse, or I see like I didn't do as good as I thought I did,
Yeah,
then you definitely grown.
Mhm.
That
most definitely.
facts. All right, next question. What role did your classmates play in your success? Everything.
Everything.
What?
Yeah.
Without each other, I feel like we couldn't grow at people. Honestly,
Yes.
I think-
without each other.
Without like looking at each other go through like sweat and tears,
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
and
Yes.
figuratively.
Yeah.
Like even like when Daniel was struggling with his bowls, just looking at that and being like, "Bro, listen, like it's not that bad,
Yeah.
Daniel.
No,
Like
I
you
kept
gotta
going.
keep
Nah,
going."
I kept
Right.
going.
And stuff like that, and seeing other people like struggle, it made you feel like I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
this isn't just me. Like
Yeah.
it's other people as well.
I feel like whenever we would talk about something like on a question, but then the next question would come up and we've already kind of answered.
Yeah.
Like we kind of like talked about.
Because we're kind of talking. We're just talking normal.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
supposed to be a podcast, so we might as well just like let our thoughts fly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so just
God. No, hang on.
We made so many
We
jokes.
still need those.
We
So,
can go
you
next
got
question.
you got any? Okay. I just want to make sure everyone gets included. You know, everyone
Whoever
gets
wants to talk, speak up. We don't want to hear your voice.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let's head to the next question.
Next one. All right, I got you. How do you feel about your journey through this process?
I mean, that was kind of the last question.
Yeah.
Like, disgusted, tired, burnt out. Like, bro, it's
Frustrated.
frustrating. Like, it's frustrating going through the process, but once you're finally done,
It was worth
it
it.
was so worth it.
It's like a relief.
I did it.
Like a
It's
weight off
like
your shoulders.
it's like a drug. Like, wait.
I wouldn't describe it like that.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
It's like a drug. You gotta keep doing it, and you want to keep going back. You gotta keep doing it, but you hate the process. You hate being in it. But once like you get that like that relief, you're
That's called being
once
a
you get
drug
that
addict.
like the finished product, you're like, bro, I gotta go and do this again.
Yeah.
Like if it came out this good this time, then let me
Hold on,
try again.
next time.
And then
Next
it might
time.
become even better.
Yeah.
hold the hands.
Like,
We're honestly just talking about drug abuse.
yeah. But it's like that with artwork, I guess.
Jordan, join.
Oh, okay.
I guess we're going.
Okay, yeah. Huh?
Cutting
Wow.
that out.
Yeah.
No, it's too
Cancel,
late.
cancel.
We're all. It's too late now.
Imagine this isn't even a video. He took a picture.
He just took a picture. He's been talking this whole time. I'll be so mad.
Yeah, I'd be like, okay.
Okay.
All right, it's a wrap.
Yes,
Are we gonna keep holding hands?
Are we gonna
Because it's gonna
keep
block the
holding
camera.
hands?
And then, yeah. All right. Anyone else want to answer that question?
Your hands so
Kind of like,
They're always cool.
we kind of like.
I feel like the journey, in my opinion, was like, oh my god, like I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a whole spiritual journey.
Yeah.
Because it's not even like you messing up like stuff not working physically. It's also stuff in your brain that's like, ew, I don't like this.
Like you're doubting yourself almost.
Yeah.
Your whole like mind and body is like, oh yeah, this is great, but like your mind is like, oh my god, this is like the worst thing I could have possibly
Yeah.
did today.
Yeah.
But then like you start to like go through this whole metamorphosis in a way,
Yeah.
and it's a weird cycle.
I was just not saying anything. Go ahead.
The journey was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna mass produce all these things and get it done. But then there was a time where I just kind of like, nah, bro. And I got so burnt out that I postponed like so much work.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Because
especially when you have that like that click where you're like, I got to do all this stuff. I want to
Yeah.
get all this stuff
Right.
on paper. I want to get all this stuff, and then you try to do all of it at once, and then you're like,
Yeah.
nah.
When it's got like a big
Take a
project,
step back.
like, oh yeah, you get into it when you're doing it, but as the process goes, you start hating it, and then you
Oh my
start.
Yeah.
You like start doubting yourself about what you're doing.
Yeah.
But once you get into like that flow, after you get like kind of used to it, you're like pretty alright most of the
I
time.
feel like because we've encouraging each other so much to like keep going, it's always like I don't want to, but I'm gonna have to anyways. So
Because
keep
these
going.
other people, these other MFers keep bothering me. Like, okay, I'll get it done. Gosh darn.
We gotta motivate each other to the bitter end. You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
but once you get it done, then you look at it and you're like,
Oh, that's not
It
bad.
wasn't that bad.
It's not
Like
bad.
you need to stop. What we stopped doing was doubting ourselves at that point.
Y'all know that one scene in SpongeBob where he's like, I'm doing it, and it's just like, duh.
Yeah. That's exactly what
oh,
that was.
that's literally
Art.
entirety art. That's
Literally.
literally art.
Art in general.
I'm
That's all
doing
it
it.
is.
I'm doing it. And then you got one thing on, like, bro.
It's a singular line going diagonal. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Especially
Next question.
Wait, I want to add one more thing real quick.
Been on
Yes,
questions
sir.
for 20 minutes.
No, we're going on to the next question.
Go ahead, bro.
So like a part of my journey is like practicing at home. You know, like learn how to draw straight lines, understanding fundamentals and all
Yeah.
that. Like when I first started doing it, even before I even started, I looked at this and I said, "What am I gonna do with this?" Right? It seems pointless, but after I kept doing it, right, after like a month or so, it finally paid off. So if you are practicing art or just practicing like fundamentals to build up your art in general, and you feel like you're not going to go anywhere with it,
It's
keep
so
at
worth
it. Look at what you're doing. Like actually look at it and critique yourself too,
Yeah.
and
Like stand up and take a step back.
yes, do that, and keep building that up like every single day, and so like improvements will show
Yeah.
no matter what. Improvements will show.
It's very important too. Like,
And it doesn't have to be like big projects.
Yeah, it doesn't have to
You
be
can
big.
do like quick, especially if it's like with either paint or because it doesn't always have to be like quick sketches with pencil.
Mhm.
If you're using like oil pastel or paint or like things other than like
Like pens and stuff.
regular.
It
like,
could just be like,
Yeah.
you just do whatever comes to
Yeah.
mind.
Right.
Whatever.
Like if
flows
you
out
have something
first.
click in your head, just like doodle it down. Like who
And it
cares?
don't gotta be perfect.
No.
It just put it on paper.
It should be like a
Put
light
it
sketch of something. Like
into existence.
yeah.
All right, next question.
Next
I got
one.
you. What advice would you give to next year's seniors?
Don't suck.
Oh,
Sorry.
Next year's seniors.
You
Oh.
will never
Say
be us.
something.
We are the best.
Oh, bro, I can't see.
She can't read.
Time management, bro.
Yeah.
Time management, yes.
That guy.
By the way, what I
that
said was
goes
a
to
joke.
like almost literally
Yeah.
every class.
Time management,
Art,
seriously.
I feel like
It's
deadlines are you.
Yeah.
You gotta get that done, bro.
Because
I
then
was
it's
gonna say,
Senioritis.
If we're talking about like in general, time management, bro. Because I got a whole semester of math I got to do in 4 days. Listen, don't be like me.
Bro, you better wrap that up.
Hey, like get it done. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna have like senior year is supposed to be fun. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, you gotta graduate.
Yeah.
Bro.
Right.
Get your stuff done and get it out the way. I know it's gonna seem like it's long, tired, boring, but at the end of the day, it's going to help you. And you're going to have a lot more free time and a lot more fun if you just
Yeah.
get it done and get it out the way.
Like honestly, just focus on your work, keep your nose to the grindstone, and get it all done. Because if you
Right.
don't, you're gonna hate not being able to walk with the stage with all your friends and being left behind, basically.
You're going to hate having to spend all night if you are like if you're they're going to be seniors, so you already know you got to be up all night.
Yeah.
But you're going to have to be up even later because these grades matter the most.
Yes.
Like these are determining whether you're graduating or not.
Yeah.
Like just get it done. Get it
Honestly,
done.
I would try to keep your nose to the grindstone the entire year. Because if you don't, you're about to have a rough time the next year and then the next.
If you don't like complete it, I don't say like get everything done like 100% because you're obviously gonna fall behind.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have a perfect year.
Yeah.
But like if you wait to the end, it's like, oh, okay, I can just save this all to the end. It's gonna stack up, and then you're not gonna be able to produce your best work.
Like
And not only in art, but just in general, like
Yeah.
in our other classes. you won't
Especially
learn
especially when you have those hard deadlines.
Yeah.
Hard deadlines that you can't move. Like you think, oh, it's just a small little grade, it's just a small part of my grade.
Yeah.
But then you look and you got a 2% in that class, and then you sitting there sick,
Yeah.
throwing up crying because you didn't get your work done.
But on a serious note, senioritis is a real thing.
It's
not.
We all thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
We were playing. Senioritis is serious. Don't play with it, man.
Yeah.
Keep your nose to the grindstone.
I accepted it.
She accepted senior
I
fate.
did on my writing project for English. That's all.
Something-
You gotta get that done.
Something
Nah,
I
I already- that's already
is a
happened.
very
Done.
important thing in art in general, like just in art. Screw the rest of the stuff. Like,
Dang,
I don't know what it's happening. The whole guide. Anyways, but like, when it comes to art, experiment, bro. I
Yeah.
can't tell
Oh,
you
yeah.
how important it is to experiment with your art.
And to not care how
Yes.
the end
Yeah.
product is.
Take risks.
Because, like,
Take
if
risks.
it looks bad, it looks bad.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Take risks. Feel free to try new things. Eileen already knows this from experience.
Bro, coincidence. I just got a text from my father talking about no company or anything until you completed everything for graduation. Woo!
So you were saying senioritis, real thing. Don't
Yeah,
play.
real thing. Don't play.
Complete your work.
Completed, bags.
One thing I want to add on top of that, you don't have to do like all your work at once.
Sure.
Like, you can probably just like do like one assignment a day. Not even just one assignment a day. You can probably say like 30 minutes or an hour just doing one thing like every day. That's gonna be something.
Don't be afraid to email your teachers.
Just a little bit, every
Like-
day. You're gonna chip it away and be done.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Communication is
if you think you have time, free time, all good, make sure you did all your work. If you think you have free time, you don't. Go check your grades, go check your shit, get that done immediately. I'm serious. Like
Right,
there have been so many
too.
times where I thought like I'll have free time, right? And then it was like the end of the quarter, I have like 4 projects left. You know,
Bro, we need like a play button. Just
do that now.
get off your phone.
I had to answer back to that text, bro. Like,
All right, next question.
I got you. What advice would you give to your younger self, the sophomores? Lord have mercy.
Oh my
Don't be
God.
dumb.
Why are you
Please.
like this?
Please don't.
Wait, advice to our younger selves
Yeah.
and the sophomores?
No, your younger self.
Like
Period.
as a sophomore.
Oh.
Yeah,
Don't go
What
to
was I doing as a
COTC.
sophomore?
bro, stop playing around. Stay focused.
Oh yeah,
Right.
for sure. Like, bro,
Focus.
you already done failed like 3 classes the year before. Hey, get it together. Like, you
You
got
better
stuff to do.
stop forgetting to turn in your work.
It
Don't
had-
forget to turn in
Do
your
not
work.
work at Taco Bell your sophomore year. That will lead to a.
Do not work at Taco Bell.
But on seriousness, I'd probably say like get your work done. Stop playing around. Like,
Yeah, stop joking.
You
Like,
think that it doesn't matter right now because you still got 2 years left and stuff like that.
Those
No,
2 years,
it
they're
matters a
right.
lot.
those 2 years will disappear in a
And
blink
they
of an
and they
eye.
tell you that your freshman year and your senior year are your most important years. All 4 of them are important.
Yeah.
Because
That's
if
important.
you,
I said just as important.
just as important because they'll add up, and if you mess around and play around, you'll end up having classes that you got to make up,
Yeah.
and you'll end up having you'll end up getting into a lot of trouble, you
Yeah.
know, because your grades aren't good and you gotta worry about other stuff. Listen, bro, I had it hard, but but like you really just need to get your work. The
Yeah.
bottom line is just get your work done. Don't play around.
Yeah,
it's
that's the
not.
point.
At the end of the day, it's really not worth it. It may seem fun in like
The long run.
the long run, but like, or it may seem fun at the moment, but in the long run, it's not benefiting you at
Yeah,
all.
you just need to keep your nose on the grindstone and stay focused, and don't forget to turn in your work.
Yeah.
But then I don't want to like
I mean,
Yeah,
you
but
can
yeah.
have fun.
Yeah, like have fun.
Have fun, but
Like
like,
goof off, but
Like,
like
back
it's
of
to
your
the
mind.
point where you don't want to like, because I was like this freshman and sophomore year. I was stressing out about my grades. Like
Yeah.
if I had anything, but because I'm that type of person to like, hey, I need straight A's and that's it, nothing low, nothing like below
Yeah.
an A. And so I would stress out constantly, being on like, okay,
That was
this
me my
is not
freshman
it.
year.
And so I would like be so devastated when I would either fail a quiz or like get a bad grade on a project.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not trying to say don't care about your grades, but don't.
like take it easy.
Yeah, there's
Don't overthink about it.
there's a balance.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a balance where like there's
Never phone that is turned off.
there's a balance between stressing out way too much or like caring too much about your grades.
Yeah.
Where it's like bad on your mental, and not caring at all.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to keep a good balance between the two.
I was talking to you guys. I should be talking to the camera.
Yeah,
But
another thing that I honestly would say would be very important is to not be as hard on yourself and find the right people.
Yes.
Oh my god, I cannot tell you
This is
how.
gonna become like
We do
a-
not stretch it
Bro.
enough. Find the right people.
Find the right people that are gonna stay there in your lives, that you feel comfortable with, that you feel like you can be yourself around. Because if you can't find those people, you will not succeed. You will not grow. I
You will
promise
not have
And
any
with
fun.
that, you're going to meet people that
Two-Face.
you're gonna meet people where you think that they're your friends and stuff like that. It happens. It's going to happen regardless. Even if you think, oh, this is the person. These are friends that they're gonna stick around forever. That's not how life works. People come and go for a reason, and don't be devastated when your best friend leave. Like, it's not that big of a deal. You're gonna meet people where you know that those people are there for you. Whether or not they stay forever it's just by chance. It's not gonna be there forever. Hi, Ryan.
You should say hi to the camera.
The camera's over there.
Right here.
Yeah.
it's right here.
We're acting like a podcast right now.
Yeah.
Your phone's right here.
We're almost
Your phone's
done. I think. Are we
Yeah,
on the last
I think we
one?
have like one question left.
Yeah, we're down to the last question.
This is awesome. I love you guys.
We
We're
put
gonna
that
miss you
on
guys
there.
so much.
Thanks.
You should check the camera.
Yeah, you should check your camera.
You shouldn't check your camera roll.
It was my fault.
We gotta edit all this out.
Oh, the edit.
It is me. So.
Nah, leave it all in. Forget it.
Leave it
Leave it
all
all
in.
in.
Leave it all
40
in.
minutes.
Bro, 40-minute long video. Be alright.
Anywho, that's what I was saying. They're gonna be there, but everyone just comes and goes for a certain reason.
Yeah.
And they'll be there to support you for the time that you need, and they'll be in your life for the time that you need. But it's okay for people to move on. You're going to grow apart. Some people are gonna stay. It's okay.
Everyone has their own path in life.
Yeah.
You like life is like an open door almost. So, like people will come in, people will go out.
It sounds so corny, but like
Yeah.
once you really like
Experience.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're like,
it's really true.
Yeah.
Like it's dang my neck.
And sometimes even then, like the people that you have like grown apart from come back into your life
He's alive?
near like
Yeah.
some other path, and
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
and sometimes you just meet in the middle again. But you have to understand that, like what Eileen said, it just happens.
Yeah. People come and go. What happens in life.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
Next question.
Last question.
Last one. Oh god.
Alright, one thing you think. That's like the
All right, go ahead.
That's
I got it.
What is one thing? Wait.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Read it out loud.
This is
Oh, it must be a K, not a G. What is one thing you think every art student needs to know?
Bubbles.
Hey, hold on,
Yeah,
y'all,
the
let's
one thing you need to know is
Bubbles,
bubbles.
yeah, bubbles.
Bubbles.
One thing every art student.
Everyone give a good thought about this.
Have fun.
Listen to
Yeah.
Yeah, listen to Merz. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
There's
You
so-
make-
there's so many things.
Yeah,
Yeah. Pay
you-
attention to class, please.
You may think that you know what you're doing, and you may just be like, bro, she just talking. She just a teacher.
Nah.
No.
No, it's
No.
her.
Bro, mad
Like,
fast.
She know what she doing.
Especially if you're like in Art 3 now going to, or if you're in Art 4 right now, you've been taught all these things leading up to this class specifically to like not do what you want, but like explore and
Yeah.
finalize everything. Because Art 1 and 2 were like kind of teaching you, structuring, like to teach you the basics. Art 3 is like kind of mixing Art 4 and 2 together and like having some freedom, but then having restrictions also.
Really going back to one of the other questions we were talking about, really like practice. Really go through all the
Yeah.
basics over and over again.
Yeah.
Really lay down the basic like groundwork for all your art. Because if you don't do that practice, you're gonna have a really hard time in other art classes. Because you won't listen to teachers. If you don't do any of that, you're gonna have a rough fight in art class. And don't think art class is easy either. It's definitely not. Art class is not an easy thing to go through, so don't think you're just gonna get an easy A. Just
Okay, we're not.
someone open the door. What are you guys doing?
That's not everything.
Alright,
One thing, or you want to go ahead first, or?
I said a few
Then
things.
you can go.
Yeah, you can go ahead. Go ahead.
Go,
How about don't be afraid to say a few things,
Go, Vinny, yeah.
like I did.
Yeah,
Some,
Vinny.
like some people like to overthink art. Like I have to follow these fundamentals to make it good. No, like if you freestyle it sometimes, like my one
We're answering
concoctions
questions.
that I made of like.
The
Oh,
camera's right
camera's
there.
right there.
That's where we're all facing it.
Who's
Like,
talking? Oh,
like
you.
half the time when I would make something, I wouldn't think like, oh, this perspective. No. It's just like I'm freeballing it because it's like mindless work. Because sometimes like you overthink it, like it has to be perfect, but it's not fun anymore.
Yeah.
Like, that's not.
It doesn't have to be
Daniel?
just having a trouble time.
Breaking the
Yeah,
word, bro.
Daniel.
Rock away, I'm rock away.
Like everything doesn't have to be
Perfect.
like realistic and Picasso. Like it don't have to be
Find your
Picasso.
own style.
Like create your own thing.
Yeah, go with your
Like,
own style.
Make mistakes. Make a lot of mistakes.
Make all the mistakes.
I didn't say all the mistakes.
Not all the
Make A lot
mistakes.
of mistakes.
Make a
Like,
few mistakes.
It
Make
makes it
mistakes and
fun.
learn from them.
Yeah, make mistakes and learn from those mistakes. Don't just like do all the wrong things and never learn from anything.
And even though, like, you know, we do art, to this day, I'll still make a mean stick figure.
Right?
Like, I'll still make a mean stick figure and turn it in for a class.
Yeah.
And like, it's not like I'm doing it because I don't feel like doing it. Kinda. But
It's
like,
exactly
it's
that.
just because, you know, sometimes you gotta take a break. Like, even if it's for like a class or something like that, you can still make a stick figure look
Yeah.
good. And you just don't wanna like feel like you're pressured to make good art
All the time.
all the time. You can take that break and just doodle, like make a squiggle on a paper and call it a day.
For sure.
And one thing I said, the biggest thing every art student needs to know coming into this class: do your bell ringers.
Bro, none of us do our bell ringers. We all know it.
I have not owned or turned in a single bell ringer sheet.
Bro, I haven't done it since my freshman year.
Yeah.
I haven't done.
Bell ringers. I don't know about those.
You can edit a quarter. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do it. Wake up next morning. Oh, it's too late. Whenever you push
Who
me.
started the bell ringers? Melvin? I don't care.
Melvin, forget Melvin. I gotta take my meds.
Like,
I almost
wow.
died coming to school one day because of you, Melvin. I hope you know that.
Jesus.
All right.
Okay.
You didn't even come to the art show.
Now,
Exactly. You don't support us. You don't love us.
Get out of here, finally.
I would have to say you should do your bell ringers, but bell ringers aren't like a massive thing to like worry about too much. Grade wise, you're like small details.
It's there. It's there.
Like if you turn in your normal work and don't turn in your bell ringers, you're gonna be you'll be alright. But like you should have fun with it. Like do the bell ringers just to enjoy your time, because it's one thing to keep your brain like warmed up to get into art, which we should have been doing and not.
But do
not
we listen?
to-
Do we
No, we
listen?
don't listen. Don't be like us. Listen.
They ain't gonna listen. We all know this.
Yeah, but like it's
That's fair.
yeah,
History repeats
Who's
itself.
watching these videos?
I'm back.
YouTube.
Excuse me.
Huh?
Yeah, we're going.
No, we're sending it to Miss Murrigan. She's going to watch us play through all her
Go
classes.
public?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're going live?
Oh, is she
I
going
can
to
relate.
post? Oh, yo, dog.
5,
MTV Crib.
3. I know.
This is not iCarly,
Copyright.
please. Copyright. Everyone stops.
I forgot about copyright.
All right. Is that everything?
Yeah,
I think we got everything.
Can
Okay.
we make
Dang.
one of those like really like horrible like Minecraft like VTuber like openings?
What's
Like,
up, guys?
yeah. What's up, guys? This
Put it
is
in the front.
2022 Art for.
Banger.
All right, that's it. End the video. We're done.
Are we good?
Everybody say bye.
Bye.
They gotta do that.
What if the audio never recorded?